Testing. Well, it took a couple of times to get to this point, but today is finally the day where the West Prairie Mustangs get to host the Northern York Polar Bears in a huge Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup. Hello, everyone watching on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. Here for what should be an exciting ball game. The West Prairie Mustangs coming in hot as they continue their push for a District 3 playoff position, as the West Prairie Mustangs head to this game with winning 3 of the last 4. West Prairie on a 3-game winning streak hanging into this game. The Mustangs heading this game 6-9 overall, 2-8 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. The Northern Polar Bears are coming in this game almost identical records. The Northern York Polar Bears 5-10 overall, 1-9 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. West Prairie's coming off a big upset win this past Wednesday. 2 upset wins for the Mustangs last week. First it was Bowling Springs, and then it was the first place Waynesboro Indians. The Mustangs beat them last Wednesday in their last game 7-4. For Northern Polar Bears, they're coming off a massive upset victory this past Friday when the Polar Bears has handed the Mechanicsburg Wildcats their first loss of the season. Mechanicsburg was 14-0 heading into the game last Friday against the Polar Bears at Northern, and the Polar Bears found a way to give Mechanicsburg their first loss of the season. 5-4 was the final. Mechanicsburg dropped to 14-1. The West Prairie Mustangs, this is a favorable season series for West Prairie, as the Mustangs have won 3 of the last 4 games against the Northern Polar Bears. Last year, the Mustangs got a season sweep against Northern. It was 5-4 at Dillsburg, and then later 8-7 was the final here a year ago. West Prairie on a 3-game winning streak, and Northern, with the win against Mechanicsburg last time up, they snapped a 4-game losing streak in the process. West Prairie Mustangs are looking to continue their playoff push. West Prairie right on the edge of the top 10. West Prairie Mustangs currently ranked number 13 in the District 3 4A power rankings. The Mustangs are just 3 spots out of a District 3 playoff spot with just a few more games left to go. The top 10 qualify for a District 3 playoffs, and we're looking in between on who is currently around the Mustangs. Hanging on to the final spot at the moment is Littlestown. Right behind them at number 11 is Kennerdale. Number 12 is currently Eastern Lebanon County. Number 13 is Middletown. And West Prairie now sitting at number 14 in the District 3 power rankings. So they they do need a little bit of help, but they keep getting these wins. It could be very favorable for the Mustangs to grab one of the last playoff positions in the District 3 tournament, which starts 1 week from this coming Friday. It's really coming down to wire, ladies and gentlemen. We're in for a roller coaster ending for the West Prairie Mustangs regular season. And this does not happen very often, ladies and gentlemen, but this is part of a 2-game series. Today is West Prairie versus Northern, and then tomorrow, West Prairie will be at Northern. So that's a rare treat in high school baseball where you have back-to-back games. Sure, it could have been a doubleheader today, but nope. We are here at West Prairie today, and the West Prairie baseball Mustangs will be at Dillsburg tomorrow taking on the Polar Bears. So we don't have a lot of time for these two teams to transition. If you know what's going to happen, you don't have a lot of time to improve, if any. So we are getting set here. It is Military Appreciation Game. This game was rained out a couple of times. It was supposed to happen on Saturday, but here we are today. Military Appreciation Game. All active and former military soldiers are here today. Some of them are here today to get a free hot dog and enjoy the game. Free drink and water for our armed forces here today. And West Prairie wearing their camouflage jerseys, uniforms today. So here we go with the starting lineups as the count meeting is about to take place at home plate. Here is the starting lineup first for the facing Northern Polar Bears under the direction of head coach Brian Bonin. Leading off for the Polar Bears will be the third baseman, number 4, Spencer Cunningham. Batting second is the shortstop, number 16, Matt Kendall. Batting third is the center fielder, number 10, Ryland Yinger. Batting fourth is the catcher, number 12, Jacob Yost. Batting fifth is the designated hitter for the Polar Bears, number 14, Colby Pence. Colby Pence is hitting for the starting pitcher for Northern, number 1, Oscar Dees. Batting sixth is the second baseman, number 11, Grady Bonin. Batting seventh is the right fielder, number 2, Ryan Cromer. Batting eighth is the first baseman, number 21, Chase Holford. And batting ninth is the left fielder, number 6, Ambrose DePasqua. Substitutions for the Northern Polar Bears include, there's a bunch of substitutions available for Northern today. Number 5, Tristan Taylor. Number 7, Owen Maines. Number 9, Colby Stifler. Number 13, Andrew Weaver. Number 15, Malcolm Free. Number 17, Colin McDonald. And number 22, Nick Humpert. And that is the lineup for the Northern Polar Bears. Starting lineup today for the West Prairie Mustangs, our direction of head coach Jeff Sano. Laying off for the Mustangs will be the shortstop, number 1, Mason Sano. Batting second is the third baseman, number 17, Austin Lyons. Batting third is the starting pitcher for West Prairie, number 9, Cole Brown. Batting fourth is the center fielder, number 13, Bryce Smith. Batting fifth is the first baseman, number 8, Braden McKeever. Batting sixth is the second baseman, number 5, Eli Lyons. Batting seventh is the right fielder, number 3, Jordy Ogden. Batting eighth is the designated hitter for the Mustangs, number 14, Quentin Palm. He is hitting for the left fielder, number 6, Hunter Johnson. And batting ninth is the catcher, number 2, Tanner Sigler. Substitutions for West Prairie include number 4, David LaChance, number 7, Kyan Sturm, number 10, Gannon Wilson, number 11, Trent Hockenberry, number 12, Ryden Hertzler, number 18, Caleb Bizzle, and number 25, Wyatt Fritz. That's the lineup for the West Prairie Mustangs. We are about to get underway here. First for the National Anthem, and then we'll be ready for Mid-Penn Colonial Division Game 1 of 2 between the West Prairie Mustangs and the Northern Polar Bears. Stick around. We'll be ready for an exciting matchup in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Mid-Penn Colonial Division matchup, the Northern Polar Bears and the West Perry Mustangs. West Perry having military appreciation game. The last of 3 this season. And the West Perry Mustangs with their camo uniforms coming out to the field, and we are set. It really is rare that you have a team that you face for the first time in the division and having that team come in so late in the season. The regular season for the West Perry Mustangs ends next Monday. We are in the last week of the spring sports season, our last week of sports broadcasting for the 2023-24 school year. We only have 3 more broadcasts after today. Tomorrow we are back for West Perry softball when they have their senior day against the Northern Lady Polar Bears tomorrow. Now on Thursday we are back here for West Perry baseball senior night. Weather pending, of course. The weather's not looking too good on Thursday. Might be pushed most likely to Friday, where West Perry will take on Greencastle Antrim for senior night. And then 1 week from today, the regular season finale for West Perry taking on East Juniana, a non-conference matchup. East Juniana Tigers coming to town next Monday out of Tri-Valley League. And so we are set, ready to go. Good weather here today. Very cloudy skies, but the sun's starting to break out a little bit, and we should not be seeing any rain for the rest of the day, at least not until midnight tonight. So ideal weather conditions. Game time temperature currently sitting at 72 degrees. Not too shabby. A little bit on the humid side, but we'll take it. This is typical spring weather, and a breeze blowing every now and then. Birds are laying down their eggs. We see a couple mama birds, but there are a couple of nests inside the West Perry bullpen. And right now, those mama birds, they cannot be very happy with what's going on in there. Too many people for the mama birds. So here we go. Top of the first. The Northern Polar Bears in the purple and white. West Perry in their camo uniforms for Military Appreciation Day. And Spencer Cunningham, the Northern first baseman, Cole Brown, the starting pitcher for the West Perry Mustangs. And here comes the first pitch to Cunningham. Swung on and missed. Or swung on and foul back, I should say. And we are underway. Strike 1 here to Spencer Cunningham. This is a very surprising season for the Northern Polar Bears. They were so good in the last few years or so, even before the COVID-19 pandemic. But this season, it's been a totally different story for them. And here's a hot pop-up, and Mason Sano is going to make the grab. And that is how the game gets started with a P6, 1 away. But do not count out Northern just yet. I mean, yeah, they're probably out of a playoff position as of right now, but they are coming off a massive upset over a previously unbeaten Mechanicsburg Wildcats team. This past Friday, the Polar Bears beat them for Mechanicsburg's first loss of the year. And there is strike 1 to Matt Kendall. Matt Kendall, the shortstop, taking strike 1. And Cole Brown here is the next pitch. Lower breaking ball and just missing for ball 1. Our umpires for today's game. Calling up balls and strikes behind the plate is Tom Whitmire. And calling up the bases is Denny Ron. There's a slower breaking ball, and that's in for a call, strike 2. Tom Whitmire was the bases umpire in West Perry's last game against Waynesboro last week. A massive upset victory for the West Perry Mustangs. 2 of them last week. First, it was Bowling Springs getting a big upset win against the team that was at the time second in District 3 4A. And then beating Waynesboro, who is currently on top of the division. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's probably on a 3-game winning streak for the first time this year. And I'm going to make it 4 in a row here today. Here's a pop-up, and Bryce Smith calling off Mason Sano and Eli Lyons. And there's out number 2. So up next, that'll bring up Ryland Yinger, the center fielder for the Northern Polar Bears. A lot of Northern fans making a trip here today. It's not really a long trip from Dillsburg to get here. And the thing is, the West Prairie fans will probably see them tomorrow. And it's ball one here, pitch in the dirt. Yeah, it's very rare in high school baseball where you have a series where you have like 2 games against the same team in as many days. Tomorrow, West Prairie baseball will be at Northern. So here we go with 1 ball, no strike pitch from Cole Brown, and swing, line drive, and that's going to go out to right field for a base hit. Eli Lyons too far out away from it, and it's a 2-out base knock for Ryland Yinger, and the inning continues. Up next is Jacob Yost. Jacob Yost wearing number 12, the Northern catcher. Right around first with 2 outs after a 2-out base hit. And throw over. This is nothing unusual here for the West Prairie pitching rotation. Cole Brown likes to throw over a lot. If you can just keep that momentum going, chances are you're going to be safe almost every time. And here's a swing and ground ball, diving in for McKeever, and a foul ball. That was close, but home plate umpire Tom Whitmire was right there along the line behind the plate saying foul ball. It was close. But foul ball, no balls, so 1 strike here to Jacob Yost. Just getting started here in the first inning. Cole Brown about to set up. And take his time on this one, and timeout called. That's one thing I really never understood. Like, why wait so long on a pitch? It could be one of 2 things. One, it could be like you try to outfool and run around first, or you just don't like the pitch selection. It could be one of those things. Throw over, nothing doing again. Still no balls and 1 strike here to Jacob Yost. And here's the 0-1 pitch, and that is taken. Ooh, close. Ball 1. I think West Prairie infielders were looking for a strike right there, but it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs. Ryland Yinger at first. Again, a throw over. Nothing doing. We have seen a problem for West Prairie pitching throughout the season when it comes to throwing over. You keep doing it, eventually it turns up into an error, and that's something that West Prairie doesn't want to do here so early in the game. Another throw over. Nothing doing again. And now we just heard head coach Jeff Stano saying keep the game going. Don't worry about that right around first. 1 ball, 1 strike. And runner goes, a swing and a miss, throw to second. Not going to be nearly in time. A great jump from Ryland Yinger for a stolen base, but the count is at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So now runner in second here with 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Set up is Cole Brown. And step back. And Mason Stano keeping close eye on second base. And that just leaves a big hole on the left side of the infield. Gotta be careful here. And they're done. Not gonna matter. A swing and a miss. Cole Brown gets a strikeout to end the inning. Nothing doing after a 2-out single plus a stolen base. We are going into the bottom of first with no score. This is West Perry Baseball. Bottom of the first. The Northern Polar Bears in the top of the first. No runs on one hit, no errors, leaving one runner in the scoring position. And here's the starting lineup for the West Prairie Mustangs. Lead off will be the shortstop, number 1, Mason Sano. Batting second will be the third baseman, number 17, Austin Lyons. Batting third, it will be the starting pitcher, number 9, Cole Brown. Batting fourth is the center fielder, number 13, Bryce Smith. Batting fifth is the first baseman, number 8, Braden McKeever. Batting sixth is the second baseman, number 5, Eli Lyons. Batting seventh is the right fielder, number 3, Jordy Ogden. Batting eighth is the designated hitter for West Perry, number 14, Quentin Palm. He is hitting for the left fielder, number 6, Hunter Johnson. And batting ninth is the catcher, number 2, Tanner Ziegler. That's the starting 9 for the West Perry Mustangs. So here we go, Mason Sano will be the first batter up for the Mustangs, and he takes a call, strike 1. The starting pitcher for Northern is wearing number 1, Oscar Dees. It's 1 versus 1 here, and there is call, strike 2. Oscar Dees had a big pitching performance against the Wildcats last Friday. He's going to look to keep that momentum going, and a good waste pitch there, and it's outside for ball 1. Oscar Dees is one of those pitchers that really hurries. Sometimes that's a good thing, other times not so much. And Northern, despite their record, they've been in several close ball games, including this past Friday against Mechanicsburg, a one-run ball game. Mason Sano hits one out to the center fielder, and Ryan Yinger makes the grab for the first out in the bottom of the first. The sun's starting to shine now. The blue sky is starting to come out a little bit. Out next here is Austin Lyons. And he swings at the first pitch, gets out to center field for a base hit. Austin Lyons has been on a tear at the plate as of late, and that's a good start for him. A single here with one out in the first. That was a big key for West Prairie Baseball last Wednesday against Waynesboro. A lot of first pitch swinging, especially towards the end of the game. And that was a very fun game last Wednesday against Waynesboro. It was tied heading into the sixth inning, but then the Mustangs scoring 6 runs in the sixth inning to blow it open and get the win. Strike 1 there to Cole Brown. Is a pitching matchup here. Throw over to first. Austin Lyons safe at first. And there's the first pitch, the next pitch, and that's in the dirt for ball 1. Nice big crowd here today. This game was originally scheduled for Saturday, but the fan bases for Northern and West Perry coming up strong here today. 2 balls and a strike now to Cole Brown. Here's the next pitch. A high fastball missing for ball 3. Oscar Dees doesn't walk a lot of batters, but he's in danger of doing so right here with 1 out in the first. A 3-1 pitch, and that is in for a call strike 2. It's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Cole Brown. Next time we'll see West Prairie baseball hopefully on Thursday. And here's a swing, and that will get out of play down the third base line. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. West Prairie baseball will host the after tomorrow, I should say. Tomorrow they're at Northern. But next home game will be senior night. West Prairie baseball taking on Greencastle Antrim on Thursday. Well, they're not looking too good, and if it gets postponed, it will most likely be postponed to Friday. And here's a swing, and that will get out of play. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good battle here. Good at bat for Cole Brown. A lot of pitches thrown here for Oscar Dees. With 1 out and Austin Lyons at first. Going for a big punch out. 3-2 here again. And call strike 3 on a breaking ball. And Cole Brown not happy. That's a big out number 2. First strikeout for Oscar Dees. Second out. And here comes Bryce Smith. Bryce Smith had 2 RBIs in the win against Waynesboro last week. And here is ball 1 to the West Prairie center fielder. It doesn't happen every game, but Bryce Smith has at least one spectacular defensive play in almost every game. There's a swing, and that's popped up. Out towards left field, a shortstop calling for it, and he'll make the grab. That's Matt Kendall. That will retire the side. Similar first inning for both teams. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. Leaving 1 runner left on base. We are going to the second with no score. You are watching West Prairie Baseball Military Appreciation Game against the Northern Polar Bears, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be back for the second inning here at West Prairie High School in Elliotsburg. Second inning. West Prairie and Northern each getting 1 hit in the first. And here we go with the top of the second. 4, 5, 6, and 7 hitters stood up for the Northern Polar Bears as the Northern DH, Colby Pence, comes up to bat for the first time to lead off the second. Cole Brown looking to keep his momentum going. First pitch swinging, and Pence rips 1 foul down the third base line. 0-1 here. For both teams, almost identical records so far this season. 6-9 for the West Prairie Mustangs, 5-10 for the Northern Polar Bears. So these are 2 very evenly matched teams. And it could be a fun 2 days for both of these programs. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Colby Pence. And here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's in the dirt for ball 2. Two and 1 to Colby Pence. First time that Northern Polar Bears got ahead in the count, and now we're back even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cole Brown ended the first with a strikeout, and he'll look to start the second the same way. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, and a high fastball laid off for ball 3. First Northern Polar Bear to get the count full. And number 5 here, the designated hitter for Northern. He is heading for the pitcher, Oscar Dees. Here's the 3-2. A swing and miss. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. And that's back-to-back strikeouts for Cole Brown. Ended the first with a strikeout. Now he starts the second with a strikeout. 1 away. Now I'll bring up Grady Bonin. Grady Bonin, the son of Northern head coach Brian Bonin. Without doubt, one of the best hitters on the Northern team this season. And he swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. And there is ball 1. I'm surprised we don't see that in high school baseball more often. Like when you have a coach and you have a son playing for you. Like Westbury has the same situation with Mason Sound, a shortstop. He also pitches sometimes for the Westbury Mustangs. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike now to Grady Bonin. Now you got Mason and Jeff Sano for Westbury, and Grady and Brian Bonin for the Northern Polar Bears. 2 balls and 1 strike coming up. There's the 2-1, and here's the chopper right to Mason Sano. One son ground out to the other son, and ground out 6-3 put out for the second out. If one coach's son grounds out to the other coach's son. And there's 2 away now. Here is Ryan Cromer, the right fielder for Northern. And just a gorgeous day here at Westbury. And there's a slow breaking ball called strike 1. It's not a very hard breaking ball. That might have been a curveball right there for Cole Brown. It's not very fast, but it can be effective. And another breaking ball too low that time for ball 1. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Cinco de Mayo weekend, National Star Wars Day weekend. And there is strike 2 called. Cole Brown looking to put down the side in order here in the second. 2 outs, bases empty, and a 1-2 count. Looking for strikeout number 3, perhaps. Here's the 1-2, and check swing, no swing, and it's ball 2. And just to think, after today, ladies and gentlemen, we only have 3 more broadcasts in the 2023-2024 school year. There's a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Cole Brown ends the second. And we are going to the bottom of the second, still with no score. West Perry looking to take an early lead. This is West Perry baseball. Bottom of the second, no score. Two very evenly matched teams. And it's going to be 5, 6, and 7 hitters stood up for the West Perry Mustangs as Braden McKeever will step up to lead off the second inning. The Northern Polar Bears went down in order in the top of the second. 3 strikeouts already for Cole Brown, 1 for Oscar Dees. It was a strikeout for a second out against Cole Brown. And here's the 0-1. And that is in for a call strike 2. This could be one of those games, ladies and gentlemen, where one run could be enough to win it. With these two teams know each other so well. And here's the swing, and that'll get fouled back. Count will remain at no balls and 2 strikes. You want to talk about a rivalry that was big not too long ago. And the West Prairie Mustangs have now won 3 of the last 4 against the Polar Bears. But you take a look back in 2014, where these two teams met in the District 3 championship game. The Northern Polar Bears ended up winning that game. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Brandon McKeever. This has always been a big rivalry because he got 2 teams that know each other so well. And it seems like every year, no matter what the record is, it always seems to be a very evenly matched baseball game between these 2 programs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And there is ball 3. You take a look at an example from last year. West Prairie won both games against the Polar Bears a year ago, getting a season sweep against Norfolk for the first time in a while as division opponents. It was a 5-4 victory at Dillsburg, and then it was an 8-7 victory here at West Prairie last year. And still 3 balls and 2 strikes. So, again, this could be another game where 1 run is going to be a difference. And with the way these 2 pitchers are going out right now, 1 run could be all that is needed. And here is a swing and a ground ball. Nice job there for a second baseman to hang on to it. Nice throw is in time for Grady Bonin. And there's out number 1. Good battle for Brandon McKeever, getting a lot of pitches off of Oscar Dees. But results in a ground out for the first out. Up next here is Eli Lyons. You might want to listen to the bat that Eli Lyons had. I was watching, well, I was kind of participating really in batting practice for West Prairie baseball. I like to go out to the outfield and catch some fly balls, but Eli Lyons' bat sounds really dead. And here's a great example of it. It doesn't sound like metal. It sounds like wood. Like, that is a dead bat that could crack in this game. No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, Eli Lyons, he's living his last days for that bat. Here's a swing and a miss, a high fastball. Eli Lyons couldn't lay off, and there's strikeout number 2 for out number 2 here in the second. So now here comes Jordy Ogden. Jordy Ogden was hitless in the game against Waynesboro. He was the only... he went over 3. He was hit by a pitch one time. And there is called strike 1. Jordy Ogden doesn't get a whole lot of base hits, but he does know how to get on base, which is key for any baseball player. And here's a swing, and that is fouled back for strike 2. The Northern Polar Bears went down in order in the top of the second, and now the Polar Bears are going to return that outcome. 2 outs, bases empty, 0-2 count here to Jordy Ogden. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Check swing, held up as ball 1. There's the 1-2 pitch, and that swung on and foul back. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and that's down low, just missing for ball 2. Just missed the strike zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and bases empty. Looked like a 4-seam fastball there, and it's up high for ball 3. Didn't seem like it was thrown that hard. It could have been a breaking ball, too. But it's 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here's the 3-2 from Dees, and here's the swing and popped up and over the second baseman's head. That's got to be a base hit. Jordy Ogden getting a base hit with 2 outs. Mustangs getting to Oscar Dees with full counts, and this time it ends up with a base hit. Second hit of the game for the Mustangs. And they'll bring up Quentin Palm. Quentin Palm didn't see a lot of action at the beginning of the season, but he has proven himself quite well that he can hit the ball, and he has power along with him. So Quentin Palm, and I just found this out last week after the game against Waynesboro. Me and Quentin, we're actually cousins. Yeah, me and Quentin Palm. Quentin Palm is nephew of my cousin Jessica Palm, who just graduated a couple years ago. And so I'm like, wow, that makes us family. We're cousins. Long distance, but hey, we're family. So no balls and 1 strike here to Quentin Palm. There's a swing and a miss from Palm, the designated hitter for West Perry. Oh, 2 pitch, and a timeout called right before Dees throws to the plate. Quentin Palm, who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Aaron Judge a little bit. When he misses the ball, he just misses. But when he hits the ball, he hits it with power. So here comes the 0-2 pitch, and check swing at the high fastball, peeled down to first, and the bases umpire, Denny Ron, said he went around, and that is a strikeout for the 3rd out. Nothing doing after a 2-out single from Jordy Ogden. We are going into the 3rd inning, still with no score. This is West Prairie Baseball on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Top of the 3rd. No score through 2 innings. West Prairie got 2 hits. Northern so far with 1. And it's 8-9-1 here. Stood up for the Polar Bears as Chase Holford swings at the first pitch and grounds him foul for strike 1. Now it's a good time for our West Prairie Athletic Department trivia question of the game. As mentioned earlier, in 2014, the Northern Polar Bears defeated the West Prairie Mustangs in a District 3 championship game by a score of 12-6. But in what year did the West Prairie Mustangs beat the Polar Bears in a District 3 preliminary game? And here's a hard fly ball, and Jordy Ogden out in right field will make the grab. Hard shot up right field. And Jordy Ogden with his speed able to get it for the 1st out. So again, trivia question. In 2014, the Northern Polar Bears defeated the West Prairie Mustangs in the District 3 championship game. But in what year did the West Prairie Mustangs defeat the Polar Bears in a District 3 preliminary game? We'll have that answer for you coming up in the fourth inning. So up next here is Ambrose De Pasqua, left fielder. And first pitch he sees, he swings at it, and off the glove of Cole Brown. He'll go out to center field for a base hit. Good effort for Cole Brown. It tipped his glove and goes up to center field. What's going to be ruled a base hit. Second hit now for the Polar Bears. And back to the top of the lineup for Northern. And Spencer Cunningham will come up for the second time. He flied out to Mason Stano at shortstop his first time up. And throw to first, nothing doing. That base hit ended a streak of 5 set down by Cole Brown and the West Prairie defense. Only the second base hit for Polar Bears so far in this game. And here's the first pitch to Cunningham. Grounds it. Cole Brown with a snag. Over to second. Throw to first. It's not going to be in time. But an incredible effort there for Austin Lyons getting the leadoff runner out in second. And that is going to be a fierce choice for the second out. Spencer Cunningham with his speed. Was not going to get beaten at first. So that'll bring on Matt Kendall now. He flew out to Bryce Smith out in center field his last time up in shallow center field. Throw to first, nothing doing. And the runner goes. There goes Cunningham. And tag not applied. Not in time. It was a good throw, but the throw was too high. And Mason Stano could not get it down fast enough. So it's a stolen base for Spencer Cunningham. I believe that was ball one here to Matt Kendall. It's actually 2-0 now to Kendall. Fire second with 2 outs. Here's the next pitch, and that's in the dirt for ball 3. Yeah, I'd be careful here. I mean, a walk wouldn't be terrible, but it's better than having a runner coming across the score. A 3-0 pitch is right down the middle. A free take there for Matt Kendall and strike one. I would take it again. And that would be what I would do if I was Matt Kendall here. I got another free pitch to take. Why not take it? Here comes a 3-1 pitch from Cole Brown and check swing. And was that ball 4? I guess not. I thought someone was off. It's ball 3. Yeah, now it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Scoreboard here at West Prairie can be a little hard to read sometimes. So 3-1 pitch now is swung on here out to center field, and Bryce Smith had trouble reading it, and he gets down for a base hit. Long throw to the plate, cut off by Cole Brown, and the Polar Bears get the first run up the game. It is 1-0 Polar Bears, an RBI double for Matt Kendall with 2 outs. So a big run there for the Polar Bears, but still early in this game. And now trouble coming up for the Mustangs as Rylan Yinger comes up. He had a 2-out base hit in the first. There's the first pitch, and he swings in and chips it right to Cole Brown, and throw first is in time, and that will end the inning. 1 run comes across the score on an RBI double for Matt Kendall We are going to the bottom of the third. Now a 1-0 lead for the Northern Polar Bears. This is West Perry Baseball. Bottom of the third coming up. The Northern Polar Bears getting 1 run on 2 hits. In the top of the third, an RBI double for Matt Kendall gives the Polar Bears a 1-0 lead, followed by a ground out on the very next pitch to Riley Yinger. So here we go for the West Prairie Mustangs. 9-1-2 hitters stood up. West Prairie with 2 hits so far. 1 for Austin Lyons, the other one for Jordy Ogden. And now Tanner Sigler will come to bat for the first time. Do not be fooled by the number 9 hitter for the West Prairie Mustangs. He can hit, one of the better hitters on the West Prairie team. Despite being on the bottom of the lineup. And here he swings at the first pitch, and nice ground ball, and throw to first is in time. Nice play for Matt Kendall at shortstop. Robbing a base hit from Tanner Sigler, and there's out number 1. And back to the top of the lineup for the Mustangs. Mason Sando will come up. Matt Kendall having himself a good game so far, getting the Polar Bears an early lead, and now just making a nice play, robbing a base hit from Tanner Sigler. Here comes Mason Sando, and he takes ball 1. Mason Sando hit one hard, but flew out to center field. His first time up, out to Riley Yinger. Here's the next pitch, high fastball again, and it's ball 2. Have you ever thought of becoming a baseball umpire? You ever thought of becoming a PIAA official? Now's your opportunity. Go to PIAA.org to find out how you can become a PIAA official. Again, that is PIAA.org. 3 balls and no... Well, I thought I was strike 1, actually. That's 3-0 here. And breaking ball. And that's ball 4. Okay, I thought it was a call strike by the umpire the last pitch, but it was ball 3, and that's ball 4. Mason Sando reaching on a 4-pitch walk. The first walk given up by Oscar Dees in this game. 1 out here, runner on first. So now Austin Lyons had a base hit in the first, and he swings at a first pitch and boots one out to the shortstop Kendall. And Sando able to rush back. And that's out number 2. Ball wasn't hit that hard by Austin Lyons, and an easy grab, even though Matt Kendall had to leap a little bit to make that grab. And up next here is Cole Brown. Had a big at-bat, but ended up striking out looking. And for the first, nothing doing. Definitely a good strategy for the Northern pitcher, Oscar Dees, knowing Mason Sando, he has big speed. And here's the first pitch. And down low for ball 1 to Cole Brown. Military appreciation game here at West Perry. And there is strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. All active and current military personnel here today getting a free concession, free hot dog, and a free beverage here today. to honor our military and veterans. And there's ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Cole Brown. Two outs with Mason Salmon at first. 2-1 pitch is just missing for ball 3. Some of the kids on the West Prairie team and we were joking earlier saying, why couldn't this be our pancreatic cancer awareness game? We had that earlier this season against Big Spring, and during that game we had purple hats and purple uniforms to wear. But what it got really confusing against the Polar Bears. It was all purple here today. But there's ball 4 now to Cole Brown, and the Mustangs have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And now here comes Bryce Smith. Bryce Smith had himself a good game against Waynesboro last time. He went 1 for 2. And here he swings at the first pitch and hits it deep out towards right center field. And a right fielder, not looking at the sun, he dives and makes a nice grab, and that will end the inning. The right fielder, Ryan Cromer, robbing potential tying run or potential go-ahead run. And we are going to the 4th inning, a 1-0 lead for the Northern Polar Bears. You are watching West Prairie Baseball against Northern exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Power YouTube channel. We'll be back for the 4th inning, 1-0 lead for the Polar Bears. Pretty quick ball game to this point. Not even an hour into this game, we're already into the 4th inning. A 1-0 lead for the Polar Bears. West Prairie getting no runs on no hits, 2 walks for the Mustangs. But nice grab out in right center field for Ryan Cromer to save a potential go-ahead run. And now the Northern Polar Bears 4, 5, and 6 hitters stood up in the 4th. And peeled down the first on a swing. And it's Jacob Yost. He ended the first striking out swinging. And it's ball 1 here. There's a swing, and that's Mason Salmon sliding ground for the first! And safe at first. Danny Ron, an incredible effort there for Mason Salmon. Danny Ron, the bases umpire, saying Jacob Yost beat the throw. And that's an infield single to lead off the 4th. So up next here is Colby Pence. He started the 2nd inning with a strikeout. Cole Brown still pitching and throw on the first, nothing doing. It was an incredible effort, too, for Mason Salmon. I made the slide, got up right away, got his pants dirty a little bit. Good throw, but Jacob Yost, the catcher, outbeating the throw. There's a swing and foul back for strike 1. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in on the West Perry Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Ball, the Golden Pipes of West Perry Athletics. We only have 3 more broadcasts today, after today, ladies and gentlemen. It's unbelievable how fast the spring season goes. I mean, we've been talking about this for a while now, about like how West Perry broadcasting is different for every single sports season. All in one here to Colby Pence, the DH for Northern. Like, I think, in my honest opinion, the winter season takes longer than any other season. Like, fall can seem a little bit longer because we have a bunch of different more sports teams to cover. No balls and 2 strikes now to Colby Pence. Like in the fall, we got football, you got field hockey, boys and girls soccer, girls volleyball. I wish we could do cross country, but the thing is, like I would love to broadcast cross country. But the only thing is, there are actually 2 things. One, I can't fly a drone to save my life, and 2, the school will not give me a helicopter. Hey, I would love a helicopter. No balls and 2 strikes and a pitch out here. And nothing doing. That's something you do not see very often in baseball, a pitch out. You try to get a runner out. I mean, it's very simple to do with 2 strikes. Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So yeah, fall sports might seem a little bit crazy at times, especially like we have that many games to cover. Especially for me, like there's got to be 1 or 2 weeks where we have 5 games in 5 days. It'd be a long week. 2 balls and 2 strikes now, depends. And then I think the winter season goes by a little bit longer, despite we only have boys and girls basketball, wrestling, and bocce ball, check swing held up for ball free. And I think what makes it longer is the holiday break for Christmas and New Year's. I mean, we got that big of a gap in between during the winter season. Like, you have a big break. We did have a girls basketball game during the holiday break last year. There's a swing and a miss. Colby Pence goes down on strikes for the 2nd time, and there's the first out. Now bring up Grady Bonin. But for some reason, the spring season, we only do baseball and softball. I wish we could do track and field, but track and field, doing commentary for that, it's too hard. We tried that 3 years ago with senior night against East Pennsboro, and the broadcast was a disaster because track and field, they don't have numbers on their jerseys. So we didn't know who was who. Like, we were commenting when I was covering that matchup. I was like, West Bay runner coming around turn 3, but hold everything. Here comes this East Pennsboro runner right behind him. And, yeah, I didn't know who was who, so we didn't do much of that. The only exception was the Mustang Invitational, which for some reason is different. We had a lot more teams in it, but there's numbers on the trunks of the runners, and that made it easy to see who was who, especially in long distance races like the 1 mile or 2 mile run. But yeah, when we do baseball and softball, it seems like it goes so quick. I mean, why can't we be like Major League Baseball? Why can't we be like 162 games and try to do half of that in 3 months? That would make it more fun. No balls and 1 strike here to Grady Bonnet. He grounded out to shortstop his last time up. Jacob Yost, by the way, did go to 2nd on a stolen base. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike here to Grady Bonnet. And then we get to the summer and we don't have much to do. I mean, obviously there's no varsity sports during the summer and no broadcasting opportunities. And now throwback goes out to center field. This got to be an E1 on the hop. And Jacob Yost goes over to 3rd, excuse me. That's got to be an E1. And it's still 1 ball, 1 strike here to Grady Bonnet. Now, some of the infielders are got to be in here with only 1 out. Dangerous here for the West Perry Mustangs halfway through this game already. And there is ball 2. Yeah, the only thing we really do during the summer is the Tri-Valley League summer basketball season. So it's pretty fascinating on how that league works. And West Perry is fortunate enough to be a part of that, despite during the winter season we're not part of the Tri-Valley League. Here's a rip out to left field, and that gets off of Hunter Johnson, and that's going to be extra bases. Capitalizing on that, it's going to be an RBI double for Grady Bonin, and it's now 2-0 Northern. So 1-out double for an RBI makes it 2-0. And that'll bring up Ryan Cromer. Man, nice grab to end the bottom of the third. But he struck out to end the second. And there's ball one. One ball, no strike here to the Northern right fielder. So in the Tri-Valley Summer League for boys basketball, it's only for boys basketball. I don't know why girls basketball doesn't do that in the summer for a Tri-Valley League. It's just for boys for some reason. And close at second. But Grady Bonin able to get back by a hand. Yeah, and West Prairie is part of that. They face a bunch of other Tri-Valley League teams. There are 8 teams in the Summer League. 4 of them are from Perry County. You got all 4 Perry County schools in that. West Prairie, Susquehanna, Newport, Greenwood. And each school gets to host once. And I'm throwing a second in time. Grady Bonin picked off at second for the second out. And now bases are empty here with 2 outs. Still 1 ball and no strike here to Ryan Cromer. Now we reset here. 2 outs, bases empty. And swing and a miss from Cromer. Susquehanna in the Tri-Valley League. We'll have the complete schedule coming up here within the next half inning or so. We'll announce when West Prairie will get to host there. Who they will host is the bigger question. And there is that strike 2? I guess so. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No, I was right. 2 balls and 1 strike. And there is strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, I do have the complete schedule already for the Tri-Valley League Summer League. It only lasts 4 weeks. It's on 4 Tuesdays or Wednesdays, I think. I have it for sure. And there is ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We have 2 outs. Bases empty. A 2-0 lead. Grady Bonin with an RBI double, and then he was picked off at second. 3-2 pitch coming up here from Cole Brown. There's a chopper. Got to be a tough play for Austin Lyons. Throw to first in time. Brayman Caver with the stretch. Saves a base hit, and that will end the inning. But the Polar Bears do get a run on an RBI double from Grady Bonin. And we're going into the bottom of the 4th. Now a 2-0 lead for the Northern Polar Bears. This is West Prairie Baseball. Bottom of the fourth we go. The Northern Polar Bears getting 1 run in each of the last 2 innings. And 1 error on the Mustangs last time up on a throwing error from Cole Brown trying to get Jacob Yost out at second. And then he came around and scored on an RBI double. So here we go. 5, 6, and 7 hitters stood up for the West Prairie Mustangs. Braden McKeever looks at ball 1. McKeever got the count full. It's a long at bat for McKeever to lead off the second. Ended up in a ground out to second. So now here's Braden McKeever to lead off the fourth. And there is strike 1. Here's our answer to our West Prairie Athletic Permit Trivia question of the game. In 2014, the Polar Bears defeated the Mustangs in the District 3 Baseball Championship game. Final score was 12-6 in that one. But in what year did the Mustangs beat the Polar Bears in a District 3 preliminary game? That was back in 2008, where the Mustangs beat the Northern Polar Bears in a preliminary matchup. 6-3 was the final. 2008 is the answer to our trivia question today. And we only have 3 more trivia questions left this season. This school year even. 1 ball and 2 strikes after that foul ball. McKeever. And Oscar Dees delivering a 1-2. A high chopper here. Could be a tough play here for a shortstop. And McKeever hit his speed. Ball is thrown away. But it's going to be rolled at base hits. McKeever will beat the throw anyway. It was going to be a tough play for Matt Kendall that time. Fortunately, it did not go out of play. So it's going to be an infield single for Braden McKeever to lead off the fourth. Up next is Eli Lyons. Yeah, Lyons struck out swinging his first time up in the second. And a bunt pulling back. And it's ball 1. So we were talking about the Tri-Fi League summer boys basketball season coming up. It starts on June 11th, and the West Prairie Mustangs will be at Juniata High School that week. June 11th, mark down your calendars. A bunt attempt here is fair, and flip over to the second baseman covering third, and there is a sacrifice bunt for Eli Lyons as Ray McKeever goes over to second for the first out. So, yeah, that is June 11th at Juniata. West Prairie will have 2 games there. They'll be taking on Greenwood and Halifax starting at 5:30. West Prairie will be in the first 2 games. They do not play Juniata at all. They'll just be there on June 11th to start the Tri-Fi League Summer League for boys basketball. Then on June 18th, 1 week later, West Prairie will be at Newport. West Prairie will be taking on Middlesburg at 5:30, and West Prairie will face Newport at 7:10 approximately. They're at Newport on June 18th. Throw the second, not in time. Then West Prairie on June 25th will get the host. There's one chance to host 4 teams in the Tri-Fi League Summer League. West Prairie on June 25th at the high school. It all starts at 5:30 with Halifax taking on East Juniata. At 6:20, Halifax will take on Susquehanna. And West Prairie will be the next 2 games at 6:20 and 7:10. West Prairie will take on East Juniata, and West Prairie will take on Susquehanna in a nightcap at 8 o'clock. Then on July 2nd, the 2nd of July, every team will be at Halifax. Newport will be taking on Susquehanna at 5:30. Millersburg will be taking on East Juniata at 6:20. Juniata would then take on West Prairie at 7:10, and then the host Halifax Wildcats will take on the Greenwood Wildcats at 8 o'clock. And then the Summer League action ends the week after that. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Jordy Ogden, by the way. Jordy Ogden had a base hit in the second inning. Everybody will be at Susquehanna on July 9th in the playoff round. The last 2 teams in the standings will face each other, and the top 2 teams will face each other for the championship. And then everyone else in between. 7 versus 8, 5 versus 6, 3 versus 4 for a third place game, and then 1 versus 2 for the championship. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That will be at Susquehanna. It's always a fun time. West Prairie in the Tri-Valley Summer League for the second straight year. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and we are pleased to announce that we will be broadcasting wherever West Prairie will be going. We will be at Juniata, and you can catch all these games on by official on not by official, by partners over at the Perry Kai Talk Sports Facebook page. Here is a deep drive, a diving effort, no good. It is a base hit. West Prairie's got to get on the board. And it's an RBI double for Jordy Ogden. And it's 2-1. Incredible effort for the center fielder, Rylan Yinger, but it falls. And it's an RBI double for Jordy Ogden. So up next is Quentin Palm. This is the inning that West Prairie has been looking for. It can be tough. Well, it could be easy for the West Prairie Mustangs offensively facing the pitcher for the second time. And here is Quentin Palm looking at strike 1. Palm struck out, swinging to end the second inning. But here he has an opportunity to tie this ball game up. And Jordy Ogden at second base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's in the dirt. Good stop behind the plate for Jacob Yost. I'm also going to be posting the Tri-Valley League Summer League schedule on my Facebook page in case you want to see for the whole schedule for yourself. The 2024 Tri-Valley Summer Boys Basketball League season. 1 ball and 2 strikes after that foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes, and a step off here for Oscar Dees. We have a ball game now, one-run ball game here, a potential tying run and scoring position, and how to jump out of the way is Quentin Palm, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tanner Sigler is on deck, only 1 out in the 4th. The West Prairie designated hitter, 2-2 pitch from Dees. Chopper could be a tough play again for a shortstop. Throw to first. It's got to be in time this time. But Jordy Ogden goes over to third on the throw. And there are 2 away now. Matt Kendall has been busy over at shortstop so far in this game. And now here comes Tanner Sigler. He grounded out to Kendall his first time up to lead off the third. And here a base hit will tie the game. With a runner on third. And throw to third and nothing doing. Hey, you don't see that very often, especially against West Prairie. I think Jordy Ogden was like, hey, he almost had me there. If the throw was more accurate, I would have been out. I think that's what Jordy Ogden was just saying. And there is strike 1. Tanner Sigler, younger brother of West Prairie graduate Nolan Sigler, wrestler at Bloomsburg University, entering the transfer portal after 1 year at Bloomsburg. Ball 1 here to Sigler. And, we got a timeout here, I think. The catcher might have got down low a little bit there. Jacob Yost down and hurt. Yeah, I think that ball hit Yost in a position that you definitely don't want to be hit on. So, might have been a little below the belt there, and so a timeout here. Athletic trainer Zach Rudy coming out to the aid of Jacob Yost. good timing here for Zach Rudy here too. He has a busy day here at West Prairie. The junior high uh, junior high soccer team is at home today as well. I don't know who they're playing, but Zach Rudy, our athletic trainer, having double duty here today. Yeah, we can see Zach Rudy and the coaches laughing a little bit. Yeah, but I think gone down there a little bit. So, yeah, that can't feel too good. But he's got to stay in the game. Yeah, it wasn't even that Tanner Sigler hit the ball. It was just a bad hop. So one ball, one strike. Yeah, that ball come down low there a little bit, but he'll stay in the game for sure. So one ball, one strike here to Tanner Sigler, round on third. And throw third again. Ogden was ready for it that time. He's able to get back standing. There's hold up and call strike two. One ball, two strikes, two outs. Tying run is at third base. The number 9 hitter looking to put the ball in play. Oscar Dees about to deliver the 1-2. And Jordy Ogden, he just knew right away that he was going to step off. And he went back to third before Oscar Dees was even set up. And here's the next pitch, and that's in at dirt for ball 2. Here's the 1-2, and swing and miss. And that will end the inning. A big punch out there for Oscar Dees and the Northern defense. We are going into the 5th inning. West Prairie getting 1 run on an RBI double from Jordy Ogden. We are going into the 5th. Now a 2-1 lead for the Northern Polar Bears. This is West Prairie Baseball on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Top of the 5th inning. The Mustangs had a chance to tie the ball game up, but a strikeout to Tanner Sigler from Oscar Dees keeps the game at 2-1 here in favor of the Polar Bears. And for the Northern Polar Bears, it is 8-9-1 here stood up in the 5th. And Cole Brown still pitching. Throws to Chase Holford, and he swings and misses for strike 1. What a game here, ladies and gentlemen. These are two evenly matched teams, almost identical records. West Prairie with a one game ahead of the Northern Polar Bears. And these two teams will face each other again tomorrow at Dillsburg. And here's a fly out to Bryce Smith out to center field. And that's out number 1 here in the 5th. That'll bring up Ambrose DePasqua, the number 9 hitter for the Polar Bears. He had a 1-out single in the 3rd. So far, a good pitching matchup here. A breaking ball is down low for ball one. Surprisingly, no wild pitches in this game so far. One error on Cole Brown after trying to get a runner out at second, but no wild pitches so far for either team. And there is ball two. DePasqua had to lean back a little bit to avoid that one. The Polar Bears gained 1 run in each of the last 2 innings, and there's ball 3. Spencer Cunningham at the top of the lineup is on deck. 3 balls and no strikes with 1 out and bases empty. And here's the pitch, and it's a free take for strike 1. That was a low strike right there. 3 balls and a strike. And there is call strike 2. DePasqua leaned back thinking that was ball 4. But the count is now full of 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 free takes, and they were both for a strike. A 3-2 from Brown. And that misses the outside edge, and it's ball 4. DePasqua reaching base for the second time, this time on a walk. Still 1 for 1. With a single and a base on balls. And back to the top of the lineup for the Polar Bears, Spencer Cunningham. 0 for 2 so far. He reached on a fielder's choice in the third. And it was the go-ahead run, the first run of the game for the Polar Bears. Over 2 with a run score. Here he fits one high out to Hunter Johnson out in left field. And there is out number 2. And now a tough out here, Matt Kendall. Kendall 1 for 2. He gave Northern a 1-0 lead in the third with an RBI double. And throw to first, nothing doing. Yeah, the rest of the 2023-24 broadcasting schedule ends next week. Tomorrow we are having West Prairie Softball Senior Night taking on the Northern Polar Bears. Northern Softball, the defending 5A state champions. Coming to West Prairie tomorrow for West Prairie Senior Night. That's got to be a tough one for the Lady Mustangs tomorrow at 4:30. Then hopefully here on Thursday we are back here for West Prairie Baseball Senior Night. The weather not looking too good, but West Prairie Baseball hosting Greencastle Antrim, and Mason Stan was on his way to second, trying to get the runner out. I hit the run, executed perfectly for the Polar Bears. And Matt Kendall with the second hit, and Ambrose DePasqua stopped at third. And runners at first and third here with 2 outs. Yeah, when you have 2 outs, it's okay if you let the runner go because it was got to be a hit and run, and Matt Kendall hit it perfectly right where he needed to hit it. So up next here is Riley Yinger. He's 1 for 2. Had a single in the first, and he grounded out to Cole Brown to end the third. And throw to first, nothing doing. I have to be careful here. You want to keep the score exactly where it is, as we're already here in the late innings. Trickery there, something that West Prairie is used to doing. Fake throw to third and then firing it back towards first. You also got to be aware if Matt Cannon decides to go for a second and runs back, you got to keep an eye on the runner at third who can score easily. There's a swing and a miss from Riley Yinger, and that's strike 1. Finally a pitch here to Riley Yinger. Riley Yinger very aggressive That's the second at bat for him now, swinging on the first pitch. This time missing for strike one. Ryan Yeager also has stolen base in the first. And now runner goes to second. And fake throw of third gives Matt Kendall a free stolen base, and now two runners in scoring position with two outs. So runners at second and third, two outs. Now you can just go right after the hitter. No balls, one strike. And here's the windup, the pitch, and that's down low for ball one. The Northern Polar Bears can break this game open a little bit with a base hit. And they need it for two outs. The 1-1 pitch from Brown, slow breaking ball, in for call, strike two. Big pitch coming up here for Cole Brown. Likely going to be the starting quarterback for the West Prairie football team next season. And a 1-2 pitch, a high fastball. Good take there for Ryland Yinger. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Cole Brown stepping off. Big inning here. West Prairie still with fighting distance. Northern threatening to break the game open a little bit. 2-2 pitch. Swing, line drive, base hit out to left field. Hunter Johnson comes out, has struggled with it a little bit, but it won't matter that much. It's a 2-run double, 2-run single, excuse me. It's a 2 runs, and now 4-1 lead for Northern. Riley Yinger, his second hit with 2 strikes even. And 2 runs come across the score. It's now 4-1. And now, for the first time today, Jeff Sano, the head coach for West Prairie, coming out to talk. A big blow there in the 5th inning. Had 2 strikes. And Riley Yinger blows it open a little bit for the Northern Polar Bears. A 4-1 lead now. A military appreciation game. West Prairie Mustangs looking for their 4th consecutive victory here. Their current 3-game winning streak is the only 3-game winning streak they had all season. And they look to stretch it out to 4 as they continue to make a push for a District 3 playoff spot. Currently, West Prairie sitting at number 14 in the District 3 4A power rankings. The top 10 qualify for the District 3 playoffs. So a 2-run single keeps the inning going with 2 outs for Jacob Yost. Yost had a leadoff base hit in the 4th, and he came around to score on an RBI double from Grady Bonin. A dangerous part of the lineup coming up here for the Polar Bears. And here's the first pitch, and that's in the dirt for ball 1. There's a swing and a miss. A strike one. I think the message from Jeff Sano just now during that mound visit is that don't worry about that run around first. We have 2 outs. Let's get this last out. You can throw it a second if you have to. But let's just get the last out and let's get some hits here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's a swing and a runner going to second. Throw not nearly in time. And Ronnie Yinger has a stolen base. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jacob Yost in danger of striking out for the second time. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And now this ball gets away from Terrence Seeger. A little bit throw to third, not going to be in time. And that's the first wild pitch of the game as Riley Yinger goes over to third. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And another big run potentially for the Polar Bears. Now at third base. 2-2 pitch from Cole Brown. It's swung on and grounded and out to left field for a base hit. The Polar Bears hit again. And it's 5-1 Polar Bears. An RBI single for Jacob Yost. And now looks like we're gonna have a courtesy runner here for the Northern catcher. And a courtesy runner is number 7. Number 7 is Owen Maines. So Owen Maines now pinch running at first for the Northern catcher. And here's the Northern DH, Colby Pence. The designated hitter struck out twice so far, 0 for 2, and here he rips one out towards center field. Bryce Smith calling for it, and he will make the grab easily, and that will end the inning. 3 runs come across the score for the Polar Bears in the 5th. And it's now 5-1 through 4 1/2. This is West Perry Baseball. Bottom of the 5th. Mason Sound taking ball 1 right there. And it's a 5-1 ball game now. Top of the line for the West Perry Mustangs, and Mason Sano looks at strike 2. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. It's 6 o'clock Eastern time here in Central PA. And here's a high fly ball. And easy grab for Grady Bonin at second. And there's the first down. Mason Sano now 0 for 2. Up next is Austin Lyons. He's 1 for 2 in the game so far. A single in the first. He lined out to shortstop his last time up. Here he swings at the first pitch for strike 1. The Northern Polar Bears in the top of the 5th. 3 runs on 3 hits. 3 straight hits off the bats of Matt Kendall, Riley Yinger, and Jacob Yost for 3 runs, including a 2-run single from Riley Yinger. And no balls and 2 strikes after that foul ball. The sun's starting to shine down a little bit here. The 0-2 pitch. Oscar D is still pitching for the Polar Bears. Here's the swing and grounded by Bonin at second. Throw to first is in time. And there's quickly out number 2. 2 quick outs here for the top of the lineup for the Mustangs. And here comes Cole Brown. Westbury has not gone down in order yet in this game through 4 innings. And Cole Brown 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. And there is strike 1. It seems like Oscar Dees has slowed down a little bit. He's calmed himself with a big lead here. Feeling much more comfortable now on the mound. Here is 0-1 pitch. And that it just misses for ball 1. Here's the next pitch, and that is in for call strike 2. Do not be fooled by the Northern Polar Bears. Don't be fooled by their record. They're 5-10 so far this season. But they just beat Mechanicsburg last week, who was undefeated. And there is call strike 3, and the Mustangs go down 1-2-3 in the 5th. We are going to inning number 6. A 5-1 lead for the Northern Polar Bears. You are watching Westbury Baseball Military Appreciation Game against the Northern Polar Bears exclusively on the Westbury Athletic Department YouTube channel. We'll be back for inning number 6. The Polar Bears lead 5-1 after 5 innings. New pitcher for the West Perry Mustangs. Austin Lyons now pitching for West Perry. Cole Brown is done. He will now move over to third base. As Austin Lyons now pitching for West Perry. Final line score for Cole Brown. 5 innings pitched, facing 23 batters. Had 4 strikeouts, gave up 1 walk, 8 hits, and 4 earned runs. And for the Northern Polar Bears, 6, 7, 8 hitters stood up in inning number 6. And strike 1 called here to Grady Bonin. Bonin had an RBI double in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. There's a swing and a miss from Bonin. No balls and 2 strikes. The Mustangs went down in order for the first time in the bottom of the 5th. 3 up, 3 down in the top of our lineup. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 here stood up in the bottom half of inning number 6. The 0-2. And here's a chopper. And Sano, a nice scoop there. And a throw is wild. And McKeever cannot hang on to it. That is going to be an E6. A rare error on Mason Sano, pulling Brady McKeever off the bag. That's one thing that Mason Sano doesn't do often. He had the play made but the throw was just off by a hair. And now Ryan Cromer will have an opportunity with the run on first off the error from Mason Sano. Ryan Cromer 0 for 2 so far. And here he gets a swing bunt down, and first is not in time. And now you have a potential rundown, and no. Throw third very quickly from Eli Lyons. And it's got to be an infield single. Eli Lyons was supposed to be covering the bag, and he did, but he got there too late. That's got to be an infield single for Ryan Cromer. So 2 base runners on already here for Chase Holford, the first baseman for Northern. And step back here, no throw. The Northern Polar Bears starting to break this game open a little more. Still a striking distance for the Mustangs, but they need to keep the inning. They need to keep the score exactly where it is here in inning number 6. And a bunt is popped up, and throw to third, and save at third. Cole Brown tried to get over to third where Mason Sanders was covering. And things are just not going well defensively right now for the Mustangs, as the bases are now full of Polar Bears. Another infield single, this time for Chase Holford. So bases are loaded with nobody out. Grady Bonnet at third, Ryan Cromer at second, Chase Holford at first. Big opportunity for Ambrose DePasqua. And here he takes strike one. DePasqua, he's been a tough out. 1 for 1. He had a single in the third. He walked his last time up and later carried around the score in the 5th. There's a swing, and that'll get fouled back. Out of play for strike 2. You have to get a strikeout here. The infielders surprisingly are not on the edge of the infield grass here. Likely going to try to go for a double play ball, but they can use a big strikeout here from Austin Lyons. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and just missing for ball 1. Good pitch from Austin Lyons, but just a touch outside the strike zone. Big inning potentially for the Polar Bears. Bases loaded with nobody out. The 1-2 pitch from Lyons. Check swing. Did he go? Appeal down. And no swing. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ambrose DePasqua, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Austin Lyons looking for a big punch out here. The 2-2. And that is called strike 3. That is a big punch out right there for Austin Lyons. Bases are still low, however, now with 1 out. And now the top of the lineup, Spencer Cunningham. 0 for 3. He reached on a fielder's choice and scored back on the 3rd inning. He flew out to Hunter Johnson his last time up out in left field. And here he takes ball 1. West Prairie looking for another ground out or another strikeout, but they can really use the ground out to try to go for a double play by a speedy third baseman here at the plate. And step off here. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. My name is Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics. The 1-0 to Cunningham, and ground and pass, Brady McKeever, that's the base hit. 1 run comes across the score. 2nd run is going to come across the score. 3rd runner stopping a throw on the throw from Jordy Ogden, and it's a 2-run double with the base loaded to make it 7-1 Northern. First base hit of the game goes for 2 RBIs on a double for Spencer Cunningham. His first hit of the game. Chase Hofer going from first to third. And now Matt Kendall. He's been having a good game, 2 for 3 with an RBI. And a run scored his last time up. Here he takes strike one. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, these two teams will face each other again tomorrow at Dillsburg, for the second matchup in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division Series. And there is ball one. And a bunt. And dangerous on a suicide squeeze and flip to first in time. Terrence Sigler able to apply the tag. Chase Holford out at the plate. He can't believe it, but it's a fielder's choice, and that's out number 2. Spencer Cunningham goes over to third. Now runs to first and third for Roland Yinger. And now we're going to have a discussion here at the plate. Brian Bonnen, the head coach for Northern, talking to the home plate umpire, Tom Whitmire, saying, it's like, are you sure he was safe? Because, I mean, it didn't look like at least from here, it didn't look like a Terrence Sigler had the tag down. Maybe Tom Whitmire was thinking that there was a force, but the problem is the bases weren't loaded. But the call will stand. Yeah, it didn't look like from right here that Terrence Sigler had the tag down, but it had been close. But the call was made, but still a 7-1 lead for the Polar Bears. And Riley Yinger with runners out first and third after the fielder's choice. There's a swing out to shallow center. And Bryce Smith having trouble with it. The sun might have a problem with that. And the throw goes wild past third. And on the throw, Ryan Yinger will go over to second. And a run comes to cross the score. It is 8-1 Northern. Matt Kendall going from first to third on the throw. And now Jacob Yost. 2 for 3. His last 2 at-bats resulted in a single and an RBI his last time up. 2 outs here. 2 more runners potentially scoring from second and third. And here's ball one to Yost, the 8th batter of the inning. 3 more runners come across the score here in inning number 6, just like in the 5th inning. And here's a swing, and this is hit high for Eli Lyons in shallow right, but Jordy Ogden calls him off and makes the grab, and that will end the inning. 3 more runs come across the score. 8 up for the Polar Bears. 3 of them come across the score. And after 5.5, it is now 8-1 Northern. This is West Prairie Baseball. We'll be back for the bottom half of inning number 6. Bottom half of inning number 6. In the top of the 6th inning, Northern scoring 3 more runs on 5 hits. Had 2 runners in scoring position, so it could have been worse. But now the Mustangs are down to their final 6 outs, and they need a big comeback here. Here comes Bryce Smith, leading us off here in the bottom of the 6th. Oscar Dees still pitching for the Northern Polar Bears. Here's the first pitch to Smith, and it's ball 1. Bryce Smith 0 for 2. I'll pop out to shortstop in the first, and fly out to right to end the third. And he swings that one and hits it well down the first baseline, and that will go foul for strike 1. This is the Northern team that's getting hot at the right time. Only 4 wins before last Friday, and then upsetting the previously undefeated Mechanicsburg Wildcats last Friday at Dillsburg. And 2 balls and 1 strike, and now they're looking to stop a 3-game winning streak for the West Prairie Mustangs. West Prairie against Northern has won 3 of the last 4 games in this series. 3 balls and 1 strike. And both these teams will be back at each other tomorrow at Dillsburg. 3 balls, 1 strike pitch. And here's a hard swing out towards left center field. And the left fielder has to get down on his knees for the grab. Nice grab there for Ambrose De Pasqua. And Bryce Smith hitting the ball hard, but now going 0 for 3. And that's the first out here in inning number 6. So up next here is Brady McKeever. And McKeever hits one hard, and McKeever has his second hit of the ball game. It's a bloop single, and McKeever with a 1-out base hit. McKeever now 2 for 3. So up next here is Eli Lyons. Lyons 0 for 1. He laid down a sacrifice bunt his last time up, but I don't think he'll be going for that here again. I'll be shocked if he does. Here's the first pitch to Lyons. He swings and hits it down the line, and for the second, it's in time to get the leadoff runner. Good throw there for the first baseman, Chase Holford. And fielder's choice for Eli Lyons for the second out. Up next is Jordy Ogden, the best hitter on the West Prairie team today so far. 2 for 2 with a single and a double. He had an RBI double in the 4th. And for the first, nothing doing for Eli Lyons. Okay, you might have noticed for that hit off the bat of Eli Lyons, it sounds dead. That bat, it sounds like wood more than anything else. That is just a bat on its last days of being a bat. No balls and 1 strike here at Jordy Ogden after that swing and a miss. And here's the 0-1, and that is up high for ball 1. Here's the next pitch, and curveball just missing for ball 2. The Northern Polar Bears, they were scoreless through the first 2 innings, but then 1 run in each of the 3rd and 4th innings, and then 5th and 6th inning, 3 runs each. As the Polar Bears have rolling open here a little bit. 3 balls and 1 strike now to the West Prairie right fielder. 2 outs with runner on first and Eli Lyons. Oscar Dees looking for 6 complete innings, a 3-1, and it's in on a slider for strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Eli Lyons will be taking off on this next pitch. Quentin Palm is on deck. There goes Lions. The swing and a miss from Ogden. Ogden sit down for the first time, and that will end the inning. No runs on one hit off of Brandon McKeever. And we're going to inning number 7. The Northern Polar Bears will be looking for some insurance runs in the 7th. A 7-run lead for the Polar Bears. This is West Prairie Baseball. New pitcher here for the West Prairie Mustangs, Ryden Hertzler. Now on the mound for the West Prairie Mustangs, trying to keep the score exactly where it is in the 7th. And Austin Lions pitching 1 inning, gave up 3 earned runs on 5 hits in the 6th, is now out in left field. 7th inning coming up, and for the Polar Bears, 5, 6, and 7 hitters stood up as Colby Pence, the designated hitter. And he is so far the only Polar Bear to not get on base in this game. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And flew out to Bryce Smith out in center field to end the 5th inning. So, Ryden Hertzler now pitching for the Mustangs. And here's the first pitch that he throws, and it's in for call strike 1. Colby Pence, the designated hitter, the only Polar Bear in the lineup to not get on base. He'll look to change his fortunes around right here to lead off the 7th. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And swing, and there's a base hit. Every Polar Bear in the starting lineup has gone on base. Colby Pence with a leadoff single. The sun starting to get behind some overcast clouds here. Our friends over at the ABC 27 Weather Center saying that we should not be seeing any rain at least until around midnight tonight. Could be a couple of thunderstorms tonight even. Courtesy runner here for Pence is number 9, Colby Stifler. So up next is Grady Bonin. Bonin raced on an error this last time up. And for the first, nothing doing. Good pitch there, call strike. Grady Bonin 0-1. And there is ball one. I actually tap back. Correction, the scoring line here for Austin Lyons, he actually gave up 4 hits and 2 earned runs out of 3 runs given up in the 6th. And there is ball 2 to Grady Ballin, the Northern second baseman. As we now see for West Perry, Wyatt Fritz is going down to the bullpen. Is Wyatt Fritz thinking about pitching later in this game? We haven't seen Wyatt Fritz pitch at all this season. Not at home, at least. I don't know about on the road, but there is ball 4 anyway. Grady Ballin gets a base on balls, and now runners at first and second here with nobody out. A base hit, and now a walk given up by Ryan Hertzler. An opportunity here for Ryan Cromer. Cromer had a base hit in the 6th, and later came around to score. And there is strike 1 to Ryan Cromer, the Northern right fielder. Coming up after this game, we'll have the West Perry Athletic Department post-game wrap-up, final stats, final line scores. Our West Perry Athletic Department player of the game could be a tough choice today. Updated records, and what's next for both teams, which is against each other tomorrow. No balls and 2 strikes now to Ryan Cromer. Wyatt Fritz is now warming up on the West Perry bullpen. We haven't seen Wyatt Fritz play for some time now for West Perry. Started the season as a designated hitter, but he struggled offensively, and now he's warming up in the bullpen. 1 ball and 2 strikes after that waste pitch in the dirt. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Ryan Hertzler. And that's in the dirt. Good stop by Tanner Segler behind the plate. That's ball 2. Two-two pitch here from Hertzler. And swung on, and Mason Sano diving, but goes out to left field for a base hit. The Polar Bears stopping station to station here, and for the second time in this game, the bases are now loaded for Northern. A single for Ryan Cromer, his second hit of the game, making him 2 for 4. And bases are loaded with nobody out for the second time in this game. Colby Stifler pitch running for Colby Pence at third. Grady Ballin at second. Ryan Cromer now at first. And Chase Holford swings at the first pitch and hits it high up. Could be playable and will be caught by Eli Lyons. A quick turnaround. Nobody tagging up. And there's out number 1. Chase Holford down on 1 pitch. Chase Holford 1 for 4 now. Still work to be done here. And Ambrose De Pasque 1 for 2. A layoff base hit in the 3rd. Or I take that back. We have a pinch hitter here now. Owen Maines is pinch hitting here in the 7th. Okay, there's ball 1 here to Owen Maines. We saw him pinch running earlier for Colby Pence. Or excuse me, for Jacob Yost. Now hitting for the first time here today. And there is strike 1 call. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Owen Maines, pinch hitter here for the Polar Bears. There's a swing and a miss from Maines. 1 ball and 2 strike. Bases are loaded here with one out. Looking for a big punch out here. Ryden Hertzler looking for his first strikeout today. Comes the 1-2 pitch from number 12. A breaking ball, good pitch, but laid off by Maines. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still looking for a big punch out here. With the bases low and 1 out, here's the 2-2. And a swing and a miss from Maines. And there's out number 2, and back to the top of the lineup with the bases loaded for Polar Bears. Spencer Cunningham. He blew the game open in the 6th with a 2-run double. He's 1 for 4. He scored twice in this game. He has 2 RBIs. And here you're looking for more RBIs here, and he takes ball 1. Due up for the Mustangs in the bottom of the 7th, Quinton Palm, Tanner Sigler, Mason Sano. The 1-0 and swung on and fouled back. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ryden Hertzler, one of 3 seniors on the Westbury team, along with David LaChance and Bryce Smith. And they will be honored in the next home game for the Mustangs, hopefully on Thursday. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch, and it's in the dirt for ball 2. Here comes the 2-1 pitch, and a high fastball swung on and belted up to center field. Bryce Smith will make the grab, and that will end the inning. The Mustangs leave them loaded, and we're going into the bottom of the 7th. Last chance cutoff for the West Prairie Mustangs, down by 7 in the bottom of the 7th, coming up for West Prairie Mustangs. Bottom of the 7th. Last chance for the Mustangs. And Quentin Palm looking at strike one, facing a new pitcher for the Polar Bears. As Ryan Cromer comes from right field to now close it out in the seventh. And a swing and a foul ball, strike two. The day is done for Oscar Dees. 6 complete innings, only giving up 1 run. Almost complete game performance for Oscar Dees. And a swing and a miss. And Quentin Palm goes down on strikes for the second time for the first out of the bottom of the 7th. Up next is Tanner Sigler. He's 0 for 2. A ground out in the 3rd, and a strikeout to end the 4th. And Tanner Sigler taking ball 1. And there is a check swing, appeal down to first, nothing doing. It's ball 2. No swing, according to the bases umpire. 2-0 here to Tanner Sigler. Here's a swing on a 2-0 count. Good Harris count. And Tanner Sigler hits the right spot and goes out to center field for a base hit. 1 out base hit for the Mustangs. And back to the top of the lineup for West Prairie. Mason Sano coming up now. Mason Sano 0 for 2. Walked back in the 3rd, but he flew out to center field. And he popped out to 2nd his last time up in the 5th. And there is ball 1. And next pitch is upstairs for ball 2. Ball 3. Or excuse me, 2-1 now, excuse me. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Sano. And a sidearm pitcher puts it in for strike 2. That's one thing I really don't like as a hitter. I do not like facing pitchers with the sidearm action. You know who had the best sidearm in West Prairie history? Ben Dumb. He was a beast with the sidearm pitching. And now here's the next pitch, and that is swung on and tipped at the plate. That bat will stay alive for Mason Sano. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, there's just something about the sidearm pitching. I mean, I even play MLB The Show, the video game, and when I see a sidearm pitcher, I just keep focusing on the pitcher and not the ball. I keep spraying everything. And there, peeled down to first, and that ended up hitting Mason Sano. So, first hit by pitch of the game. Obviously not intentional with 2 strikes. And that'll put runners at first and second with 1 out. That'll give Austin Lyons an opportunity here in the 7th. 1 for 3, had a base hit in the 1st. And it was hitless since the last 2 at-bats. Here's ball 1. Hey, this could be the opportunity, but West Prairie needs. They need 7 runs here, but we have seen big comebacks from West Prairie before, just not at this magnitude. Here's strike 1 call to Austin Lyons. 1 ball, 1 strike. And there's a pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Good scoop there for the catcher, Jacob Yost. By the way, we also have a defensive substitution to announce. Malcolm Free is now out at right field. And there's a swing, and that'll go foul for strike 2 down the first base line. 1 out. Runners at first and second. West Prairie needing a big comeback. There's the 2-2. There's a swing line drive to left field. That'll drop for a base hit. Tanner Sigler stopping at third. And for the first time in this game, the Mustangs have the bases loaded with only one out. So up next is Cole Brown. 0 for 2. He walked in the third inning. Other than that, he struck out twice. And here is strike one called. Cole Brown, if this score holds up, then Cole Brown will be given the loss on the mound. There's a swing and popped up, and this will land right behind me, and that is strike two. No balls, two strike pitch. Here it is, and a high fastball laid off for ball one. Good waist pitch there for Ryan Cromer. Looking to finish it off, but now he's facing the bases loaded. And here's a swing, and high up could be playable. And a reach there for the first baseman, no good. Just out of reach of Chase Holford. And still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good battle here for Cole Brown. 1-2. Swing, chopper, foul. One ball, 2 strike pitch. Terrence Sigler at third. Mason Sano at second. Austin Lyons at first. Bases loaded with 1 out. Good battle here for Cole Brown. Ryan Cromer, the 1-2 is in the dirt. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. In the win against Waynesboro last Wednesday, West Prairie had a couple of walks with the bases loaded. And here's 2-2 and just missing for ball 3. Big pitch coming up here for Ryan Cromer. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Here's a 3-2 and a swing, and this is going to stay in play out towards left field. That will get down for a base hit. Quick throw to third, not in time. Mason Sando hesitant, and he slides into third, and he is slow to get up. It's an RBI single for Cole Brown, and Mason Sando is hurt, slow to get up at third. That makes it 8-2. And Mason Sando is saying, I'm good over here. I don't need Zach Rudy over here. I'm just safe at third. So it's now a 6-run ball game. And bases will remain loaded here for Bryce Smith. And Bryce Smith taking strike 1. And, look out here. Bryce Smith had to duck out of the way of that one. Ball 1. Bryce Smith 0 for 3. 2 flyouts and a pop out. All to the outfield. And here's a swing. This ball is ripped hard. This is going all the way down. Base hit down the first base line. West Prairie has 1 run scored, 2 run scored. Third run is going to stop. And it's a 2-run double for Bryce Smith. Now a 8-4 ball game. A 2-run double for Bryce Smith on the bases loaded. Right down the first baseline all the way to the fence. Could have been 3 runs, but it's now a 4-run ball game. West Prairie looking for a comeback and 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out. Three runs have come across the score in the 7th. And now Brian Bauman coming off the talk. And stuffing up here as I think we're going to have a new pitcher here. As we see number 10 switching gloves. Yep, I believe we have a new pitcher coming up here for the Northern Polar Bears. Seventh inning run coming up here for the Mustangs. 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out. We'll be back after this Northern pitching change here in the 7th. We are back here. New pitcher is Riley Yinger coming in from center field. Ambrose DePasqua comes back in the game out in center field now. And 2 runners in scoring position here for Braden McKeever at the plate. And a bunt, pointed back, and that's ball 1. Braden McKeever, he's having himself a good game, 2 for 3. His last 2 at-bats resulted in a single. He has scored once back in the 4th. A base hit could make this a 2-run ball game. And a bunt here again. And pulling back, this time it's called strike 1. I'm not so sure about this strategy, ladies and gentlemen. It's the last chance here for the Mustangs. They're down to their final 2 outs. And you're still down by 4. And comeback effort here, and no bunt attempt this time. It's ball 2. McKeever, he does have speed. For a first baseman, he's a speedy first baseman. He gets a base hit. He could result in a double. And here's a rip out towards left field, and a line drive is going to be caught by the left fielder. And a run's going to come across the score on a sacrifice fly. That'll make it 8-5. And the Mustangs are now down to their final out. And now, Eli Lyons. He reached on a fielder's choices last time up, and here he swings and fouls it back for strike 1. The sac fly makes it 8-5, but the Mustangs are down to their final out. Riley Yinger now in a save situation. And here's a swing and a miss, and the Mustangs are down to their final strike. To finish it off, Riley Yinger, 0-2 pitch coming up. Here is the pitch, and that gets away. And Bryce Smith will go to third easily on a wild pitch. That's the first wild pitch thrown by a Northern pitcher. And actually, hold that thought here, as now the home plate umpire is saying Eli Lyons got hit by that pitch, which is actually not good news for the Mustangs, because if he was hit by a pitch, then Bryce Smith would have to go back to second. And now they're saying go back. I guess it was a wild pitch. Eli Lyons was on his way to first. He got hit, but if he got hit, then Bryce Smith would have to go back to second. So it's still ruled a wild pitch, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2, and swing, and out to right field for a base hit. Eli Lyons makes it a 2-run ball game with 2 strikes. And the rally continues for the Mustangs. Just when you thought that he was about to take first base. But now he gets an RBI, and it's now 8-6. And now Jordy Ogden. He represents the tying run at the plate. And Jordy Ogden taking the first pitch, the 9th hitter of the inning for West Perry. And it's ball 1 to Jordy Ogden. There's a swing, ground ball, and having trouble with a flip over to second for the force, and that will end it. Jordy not happy. A 4-6 fielder's choice ends the game, and the Polar Bears survive a 7th inning rally from the Mustangs. 5 runs coming across the score in the 7th, but it's not enough as the Polar Bears win a thriller here, 8-6, the final. We'll be back in 1 minute for the West Prairie Athletic Park post-game wrap-up. Foul stats coming your way next. The Northern Polar Bears win 8-6. Back in less than a minute. Back here for the West Prairie Athletic Park post-game wrap-up. A thriller it turned out to be in the 7th, but the late rally was not enough for the Mustangs as Northern snaps a 3-game winning streak for the Mustangs. And Northern on top 8-6. I mean, this was one of those games where we're like, oh my goodness, are we about to see another miraculous comeback here for the Mustangs? They had the tying run at the plate when they were down by 7 in the 7th inning. And it got interesting when a new pitcher for Northern, Ryan Cromer, come in, facing 6 batters, getting 5 runs. All 5 runs in the 7th, and then Ronnie Yenger came in to make a save situation. Ronnie Yenger getting the save. And this is a tough one. And now momentum is on the Northern Polar Bears as they will host the West Perry Mustangs tomorrow at Dillsburg for the second time in this regular season series. As the Northern Polar Bears, they're probably not going to make the District 3 playoffs, but now a big win, back-to-back big wins for the Northern Polar Bears. First it was Mechanicsburg on Friday. And the Mustangs, well, they still have hope, but at this point now, they have to win out with 3 games left to go. They are at Northern tomorrow. Then on Thursday, hopefully, they'll be at home for senior night against Greencastle Antrim. And then they'll end the regular season next Monday at home against East Juliana. The Mustangs, they'll have to win out and get a little bit of help if they want to make the District 3 playoffs like they did last year as the last team in. So there's still hope for the Mustangs. We need a little help now. So let's hope and get it for the West Prairie Mustangs, because the first round of playoffs is next Friday. So we'll see. Final line score here for today's game. First for the victorious Northern Polar Bears, 8 runs on 14 hits, no errors, leaving 8 runners left on base. For the West Prairie Mustangs, 6 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors, leaving 7 runners left on base. The winning pitcher for Northern is Oscar Dees. 6 complete innings, facing 25 batters, struck out 6 Mustangs, walked 2, gave up 5 hits and 1 earned run through 6 innings. And the save going to Ryan Yinger. Ryan Yinger came in the 7th, late, facing 3 batters. Only gave up 1 hit and 1 wild pitch, but Ryan Yinger is our West Prairie Athletic player of the game. Ryan Yinger getting the save, and he did good offensively as well, going 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs in the win for the Polar Bears. The losing pitcher for the Mustangs is Cole Brown. 5 complete innings, facing 23 batters, had 4 strikeouts, gave up 1 walk, 8 hits, and 4 earned runs. The West Prairie Mustangs now dropped to 6-10. Actually, both teams are now even at 6-10 overall, and now even at 2-8, 2-9 in the Mid-Penn Colonial Division. Gotta be a very evenly matchup tomorrow. Identical records tomorrow for West Prairie at Northern tomorrow at 4:30 for both these teams' next game. Tomorrow at Dillsburg, West Prairie at Northern. Our next broadcast here on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel, we'll have West Prairie Softball Senior Night tomorrow at 4:30. The West Prairie Lady Mustangs will honor their seniors before the game, before they take on the defending PIAA 5A state champion Northern Lady Polar Bears at 4:30. Could be a tough one tomorrow, but a senior night for the Lady Mustangs tomorrow for our next broadcast here on the West Prairie Athletic Park YouTube channel. That's going to do it for us here at West Prairie High School. On behalf of our athletic director, Ryan Anderson, our high school principal, Christopher Casey, and our superintendent, Jeff Coons, and all of us here at West Prairie High School, I am Alex Wall, the Golden Pipes of West Prairie Athletics, saying so long from West Prairie High School. This has been a presentation of West Prairie Baseball Military Appreciation Game against the Northern Polar Bears, exclusively on the West Prairie Athletic Department YouTube channel. Your final score in this one, the Polar Bears win a thriller 8-6. Good night, everybody.